Good morning, students. In this video, I'm just going to show you two things. The first thing would be some tips and strategies to deliver this speech and record this video. The second part would be me doing a demo of a speech. So, regarding the first part, the aesthetics of the video is not very important, okay? You don't have to put on a fancy dress or even your school uniform. Just proper clothing would do. You don't have to go on iMovie and touch up the videos and add all sorts of transitions. Just make it as simple as possible. That being said, some tips may help you a little bit more. It might be a good idea for you to close the windows so that there won't be too much background noise being picked up. As you can see, I'm doing this inside my room with the doors and the windows closed. Also, you want to make sure the camera or your smartphone captures your face clearly and your upper body from the waist up. That's because we want to see your body language and your facial expressions as well. Okay? Now, you would not need to use a PowerPoint at all. If you really wish, you may use some props, you may use a cue card to help you, but that is not absolutely necessary. Now, speaking of a cue card, you may use a 4x6 inch cue card. I don't really have one, so what I did was I just took out a little piece of paper and I jotted some notes here. Make sure you're not writing an entire script, okay? Because you might be tempted to read out every single line, okay? And of course, even if you've written out your script, your speech, you shouldn't be taking an entire script or a A4 piece of paper and reading that out, because obviously you'll be really relying on that too much and it's not going to work. So stick with the cue card. Lastly, over dependence on notes and memorized speeches will not be accepted. You would be capped at 3 marks for each domain, so be very careful with that. We'd like to see some kind of spontaneity. We'd like to see you deliver the speech naturally. Good luck. Good morning, teachers and students. Today, I'd like to share with you two things that I learned from the coronavirus situation. Now, you might be wondering, other than those deaths, that kind of negativity, what can you get out of this? In fact, that's exactly why I'd like to share with you. There must be something that you can learn out of every situation. The first thing I've learned was to challenge my limits. If you think about it, a couple months ago, I've never have thought of the app Zoom, let alone using it. But within days, with my students, my friends, I've been using Zoom. I've been using all these new apps that I've never heard before to teach and to learn together. It really helps me think about this question, how technology is so advanced nowadays that it's possible to connect so easily. It's also possible to learn so easily, given that you have the right positive attitude. So during this season, I was really able to challenge myself for learning so much stuff that I couldn't have learned within years of professional development. The second thing I'd like to share with you is to count my blessings. Some of those things may seem so simple that we tend to forget. Stable Wi-Fi during this season, spending time with your family, preparing meals, washing dishes, enjoying the time together, strolling along the promenade. These may be so simple, yet so enjoyable. And we are actually so fortunate compared to many others. For example, there are people, respectable nurses and doctors serving in hospitals, which seeing their loved ones would be such a luxury. Therefore, I believe we have a lot to learn in terms of taking delight in the simplest things. So before I end my speech today, let me leave you with these two thoughts again. Number one, challenge your limits. Is there something that you've never learned and you wish to pick up? Or some concept you'd like to consolidate? This is high time for us to learn it and remember it before it's too late or before we'll be too busy catching up with other subjects. Secondly, count your blessings. Is there something that is very simple yet so happy that keeps your mood up during the day? I would challenge you to cherish that memory and continue to live with a positive mindset. I wish you all the best in this season, and I will see you very soon. Thank you.